You know what? I have to admit, I had a moral dilemma. While watching this video, I really wanted to make a response to it, but I wasn't sure whether I should. Seeing how Nephilim had his account suspended, and seeing how this is a video that's supposed to be inspirational and uplifting, it really seemed inappropriate for me to speak out of place considering the circumstances. And I was just going to leave it at that, until I saw this.
You know what? If you're an atheist, God has almost certainly done things for you. The Word of God tells us that God does good things even for those who do not love Him or seek Him. Even for His enemies, God does good things.
Well, seeing how apparently now I'm an enemy of God, I think I'm perfectly justified to voice my opinion in response to this video.
You know what? If you're an atheist, God has almost certainly done things for you.
No, Neff, that's the problem. You don't seem to understand. As an atheist, I don't even believe in God. Okay? Now, because you believe that He does things for me, doesn't make it true. It's not reality. Trust me, if you could just believe things in reality, then I'd be thinking of heaps of money a lot more often than I do right now. Not to mention Jessica Alba. Suffice it to say, if that was the case, I'd already be married to her. Even if you want to look at God's influence on my life theoretically, if anything, God prohibited me as a child because I was told that the stories in the Bible were from God. I was told those events were real. They were not. I was told that the Bible was the Word of God. It is not. All of these things were told to me by humans, not God Himself. So even in this context, God has never done a thing to, for, or against me.
Even for His enemies, God does good things for them. It's in the Word of God.
Now, Neff, I'm quite sure that you already know this, but perhaps I should clarify it for you. Seeing others as inferior is exactly how World War II got started. You're exhibiting the characteristics of a fucking dictator. And in the analogy sense, you're Hitler, and I'm the Jew, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let you verbally throw me into an oven. Indicating to other Christians that people that don't believe as you do are the enemies of God has got to be one of the most ignorant things I've ever heard you say. And that goes well beyond you thinking that the universe revolves around Earth. It's the same mentality that people who fly planes into buildings have when they do it.
My best friend Sharon is a stroke victim. About 3.5 years ago, she had a massive stroke. Typically, when someone has a massive stroke, they don't recover very well from it. They end up with severe mental disability or something like that. If nothing else, usually a very severe physical disability. Sharon recovered in almost about 80% in 24 hours.
One of my close relatives also suffered from a massive stroke. She lost the use of the entire left side of her body. I've personally seen the effects of what a stroke can do to a person. With that in mind, I am sincerely happy that your friend Sharon was able to recover. But then you go and follow it up with this.
It was a miracle. Her doctors were rather surprised by it. It just doesn't happen that way with severe stroke, massive strokes. Her doctors use the term massive stroke. That means a stroke that causes severe disability, and usually mental disability as well as physical disability.
I'm going to finish this video off by getting right to the point. If God loved her in the way you claim, then why would He issue her a massive stroke in the first place?
He's an absentee landlord.
Also, if it was a miracle recovery, then why would you even need to take her to the doctor?